Hello, everyone. My name is Lindiwe, and today we're diving into something I think you'll find really interesting, especially if you're looking to understand more about humane immigration policies and how border crises could be handled differently. We're going to explore an article from The Guardian, dated September 19th, 2024, titled, "Is Circular Migration a Solution to the Crisis at the U.S. Border?" Guatemala provides a clue. The article focuses on a program in Guatemala that looks at circular migration as a potential solution. What's really interesting about this program is that it might be a win-win for everyone involved. It challenges many of the narratives around immigration because it's focused on practical solutions, rather than just talking about the problems. The article starts off with the story of a farmer named Arnaldo Chile, who lives in a small village in Guatemala. He works really hard like most people there, but he only makes around $450 a month, which is about average for the country. It's tough to get by on that, no doubt. But then Arnaldo joins this circular migration program, and suddenly he's legally working in the U.S., harvesting crops and earning $19 an hour. That's more than $3,500 a month, over 7 times what he was making before. Absolutely life-changing. And Arnaldo didn't just use that money for immediate expenses. He invested it back home, bought land, created jobs, and improved his family's quality of life. He even became a supervisor in the U.S., showing how skilled and motivated he is. His story illustrates how one opportunity can have a significant ripple effect.
Thanks, Lindiwe. Hi, everyone. I'm Abigail, and I'm going to continue our discussion about this fascinating program. The article also emphasizes how much safer this circular migration program is compared to irregular migration, which involves paying high fees to smugglers and risking your life to cross the border. The article mentions that the cost for participating in the program is around $500, which is a stark contrast to the thousands that smugglers charge. It really makes you think about the desperate choices people are making when they feel they have no other options. This program offers a legal and regulated path that reduces desperation and lowers the risk of exploitation, something incredibly important when we talk about human safety and dignity. Now, regarding how the program works, the article mentions that U.S. employers are involved, which means they have to go through a process to hire workers like Arnaldo. They ensure fair pay and decent working conditions, and because it's all legal, workers have protections if something goes wrong. This isn't just about individuals making random decisions to move back and forth. There's a structured system in place to support them. Still, the program is relatively small. In 2022, only about 11,000 Guatemalans participated, which seems like a tiny number considering that nearly 3 million Guatemalans live outside the country, mostly in the U.S. It highlights the scale of the issue and how much bigger these programs need to be to make a significant impact. The article doesn't shy away from challenges, like the visa process, which takes up to 120 days.
Thanks, Abigail. Hello, everyone. I'm Kaya. Let's continue exploring this topic. The article quotes Ursula Roldan, a scholar who explains how floods and droughts in Guatemala have caused crop failures, adding to the economic hardships that force families to look for opportunities elsewhere. In this context, circular migration can be a temporary safety net, but it's not going to magically solve deeper systemic issues like climate change and poverty. While the program in Guatemala feels like a small piece of a much larger puzzle, it raises an important question. Could expanding these legal pathways lead to a more humane approach to migration? There are other examples of circular migration programs around the world. The Pacific Islands have labor mobility programs, and the European Union has its system for the free movement of workers. These programs show that circular migration is not just an idea. It's been implemented successfully in different forms. The million-dollar question is whether a program like this could ever compete with the number of people trying to cross the border and the complex reasons behind their migration. The article doesn't pretend to have all the answers, but it encourages us to think, what if we redirected some of the resources currently spent on strict border enforcement into expanding these kinds of legal programs. Could we create a more effective and humane system?